exciting episodes of Jank Hero Funnifyic. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with...
Not responsible for crimes.
And today we're here with Jank Hero's Funnifyic episode 5. Let me get the live chat set up. While I'm doing that, can you explain what happened last episode?
No, because it just happened 10 minutes ago.
People who are watching this...
Jen, nobody's going to watch this in post.
People watch these in post.
Not that many people.
Yes, people subscribe just for this.
Okay, they would watch them in order, Jet.
But what if they don't? What
Jet,
if they're like your boy?
Watch episode 4 of the original Jank Heroes if you want to recap of what happened.
Yo, Nerd Tanker and Scavenger, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the stream. Could you guys in the chat explain what happened last episode for those who didn't watch it before?
I told them where to go. Go to the episode 4 of the original Jank Heroes and they'll know exactly what happened.
Mr. Hand is refusing to just explain what happened last time on Jank Heroes Funnifyic.
But I'm telling about the original Jank Heroes, Jet.
Scavenger said, Nick, you already have 22 views on the last episode. But what about people who are coming into this episode who missed the last one? They want to know what happened.
They're going to watch the 4th episode since they watched the 5th.
What if they skip to the 5th episode because they think it's a good jumping on point?
No.
They got to know what happened last time.
Jedi, we've created a massive problem in Maine Central Springdale. And you're going to just somehow repair it all. And not even a day because the day didn't end.
Don't worry, Scavenger and Nerd Tanker, I think, are on it for
Although,
explaining
for whatever reason,
last
all of
time.
our power usage is refreshed even though the day didn't end.
Yeah, because it's game session based,
Yeah,
not day based.
memes are real.
So don't worry, all your power usages will be back at the start of this one. But if only I knew what happened last episode.
Nope.
So we could start this episode.
I mean, I'm just walking to my dorm.
So that we can know what happened.
That's all you need to know. I'm walking back to my...
Nerd Tanker said, a big monster attacked the city. We killed it. Then aliens showed up, and we killed them. And I went with Scavenger to my hideout. Scavenger said, I'm here for every episode. So, Scavenger and Nerd Tanker are currently heading to Nerd Tanker's hideout in the spaceship. You are currently headed back into the city after you left when you saw a giant monster about to rain down into the ground.
Yeah.
Real quick, as the recap continues, Scavenger says, big monster attacked, we used blunts to vaporize its blood. That is definitely a part of what happened last time. He said, then a plot device died. And then a plot device died.
They're not wrong.
Kid, that wasn't supposed to be Candy's purpose, but no one was going to pick up the slack.
Do you really think any of us could pick up the slack?
Yes.
Like what?
A portal that doesn't just drop the thing.
Well, that's their fault.
What if you drop the monster and the UFOs into the armory and didn't let them come out?
Now, see, if my subspace communicator is on, but it's still off, I would have told them that, but like...
Yeah, like, I was very surprised that you didn't just leave him in there. And then, what could Scavenger have done? Because he can turn people's shoes into mud, and he can make infinite blunts. What if you had made
blunts
to make a landing pad to, like, soften the blow so he doesn't, like, fuck up the city? Or, like... the only other option was Candy, because Matt wasn't going to do shit.
I couldn't do anything, Jet.
I don't know
I read my powers to you.
How much can you augment your physical ability again?
Triple. Triple run speed, enhanced perception. Doesn't technically say strength, so...
You're like, I couldn't have done a city feat and punched the monster into space. But Scavenger said, we're now going to the hideout. Him and Nerd Tanker. Nerd Tanker said, lol, I tried. Scavenger said, Mr. Hand didn't want to work with us. That's why his subspace communicator is still off.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Scavenger said, now that's the end of the recap.
Now, here's the thing, though. You can blame me all you want, but I didn't have the powers I could save the world. You guys did. And you didn't use them.
So you said you're going to walk back into the city?
Run.
Run?
Yeah.
So you mean walk. So 15 miles per hour. Back into the... Oh my gosh. Back to where you were? Roll like 60-20.
Well, I'm going back to my apartment.
Didn't you, like, leave the city?
Yeah.
Like, completely?
Yeah, I was on the borders.
Then roll like 60-20.
Why don't you roll 60-20?
You're going to be like hella miles away. You're outside of the city.
Watch me be only like 6 miles away.
That would actually be really surprising.
13.
Plus?
That was 13.
That was
it was an 8 and a 5. I'm adding them up as I roll too.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna add all 6 together. Also, spider legs.
Sorry about that. I don't know where they come from.
Well, nobody goes back there. That's probably the best bet.
Scavenger said blunts aren't useful. He says they're meaningful. Do you still have both your die?
Getting all this stupid stuff off.
Oop. He dropped his die. We have some technical difficulties.
Nah.
Oh, also, time check. After you're done with the web thing. That way we can make sure that we only do it for an hour.
Does it matter, Jet?
Yeah, because each episode is only an hour.
Jet, you have an hour and 47 minutes. Don't
So
mind
what
it.
time is it?
13.
What time?
13.
It's 13?
13.
What 13?
And the 13.
Is what 13?
It's 13.
Let me just check the time on my
Jet,
computer.
it's pretty obvious that we run from 13 to 13.
Zolex said, is Anime Kingdom a cool name? Yeah, so it's 8:13, so we'll finish this off at 9:13.
That's 9, so 22.
22 miles.
34, 49.
49. You're 49 miles away from your house, and you only
That's
move
only a
15
little over
miles
3
an hour.
hours.
So you're gonna spend 3 hours just walking home?
Actually, we're gonna Ito Shura. Triple my run speed.
Okay.
Which means 45 miles per hour.
So 1 hour.
A little over an hour, yeah.
Okay. Kirby said pineapples. Nerdtanker said, here's my ship, Scavenger. It has enough food and water to get us to the closest inhabited planet.
Also, while moving, I just start generating cyclones in the street.
Zolex said, should it be Anime Kingdom or Anime Universe? I feel like both will probably be taken. Try Anime Kingdom. I feel like it's more unique. Scavenger said, so we will wrap up Time Traveler story next episode. Like, they're trying to go to the planet where, like, Jared is to, like, continue a storyline.
Oh, no, Jared wasn't in the city. He didn't die. Oh,
yeah. Kirby said, I found a Magic the Gathering simulator. Nerdtanker said, let's go.
Also,
so
that
they're
means Dozer's character and the story in the city of this monster attack.
Well, remember, the school was fine, because that's where they went in order to, like, make themselves safe. And then the apartments were fine. So if he was at either of those,
that's
then he's
unfortunate.
fine. Yeah. So as you're like running at
45 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's super
Cyclones
speed.
are generating.
Back to your dorm.
Yeah.
You see a yellow blur like run past you, and as you're running through the city, you notice that like a lot of the buildings are like being fixed.
No.
Then
Stop.
a white blur comes past you.
Stop.
And you notice that a lot of the bodies that were in the street have been collected.
Stop. You can't Deus Ex Machina this. This is a ruined city. Stop it.
Kirby said, how would they find my planet? We were randomly wormholed there. You have a point. Nerdtanker said, ship is launching in 10 seconds. So Alex said, Kingdom it is. He says, I don't see one with that name. There you go.
Jet, there's no way that you're going to fix the city in not even a day. Stop.
So, are you going to try and investigate what these
back
blurs
to my
are?
dorm. I don't care.
You mean Springdale Apartments?
Yeah.
So, after about an hour or so, you arrive at Springdale Apartments, which you notice there's
Also,
someone...
the funny thing is that there's not technically a time limit on Ito shirt. So
Okay.
I just constantly have that right now.
I'll make it a use-by-use basis. Because you didn't specify that you keep it as long as you want.
But I didn't specify how long it was.
Exactly. So that means that it's not specified. So I'm going to make it per use basis. So you used it for that particular task, and then it burned out.
Anyway.
So you notice on the 12th floor, there's a guy dressed up in, like, yellow construction equipment, but he looks somewhere... He's, like, halfway between a construction worker and, like, a professional bicyclist, the way his appearance is. But he's working on, like, hammering shit into the 12th floor. But you notice that, like, you see him, and then it seems like he vanishes. You see another streak, and the 12th floor looks fixed.
Shit. Stop. Why can't you just have a ruined Springdale? Why did Springdale have to be miraculously repaired?
I'm not sure how miraculous it was.
Jet,
you saw a guy.
Yeah, Jet. This is another candy. Stop.
This is another candy. The prophecy of the Gary Stew. Holy shit! It makes sense. The last episode with the Gary Stew prophecy makes sense. The city was the Gary Stew all along. So you arrive back at your apartment building?
I'm going into my room.
Okay, you live on the 3rd floor. By the way, when you enter the building, there's like a diner at the bottom.
I skipped
But the
the
diner is empty because people still have to come back into the city.
And people have died.
Well, those bodies were collected already.
But they're still dead.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a necromancer being like, oh, let me revive
Everyone.
Except for Candy, because her death was meaningful.
You can't see his jazz hands, for her death was meaningful. But you say you're going to go back up to your room?
Yes.
Okay. You move back up, stairs or elevator?
Stairs.
Okay. When you make it to the top of the stairs, you see a broad-shouldered gentleman with sunglasses, but there's only one lens. There's no lens on the left side. And he says, "Are you the hero framer?"
No.
He, like, grabs you. "Are you sure?"
Yes.
He pushes you backwards, like, and you were walking up a stairwell. So, like, you're about to go backwards down some stairs. What do you do?
I merge into a shadow.
In the stairwell?
Yeah. Lights have shadows, Jet. There are lights in the building, I would assume, yes?
So just tell me, like, where do you think you'll end up? Like, what's your estimate?
His shadow.
His shadow?
His shadow.
That's cool. Allowed. Uses a power. Okay, let's see. Real quick, I'm checking to see what's going on. Kirby said, I guess they could track me with the subspace communicator. That's true. Nerd Tanker and Scavenger launched in the spaceship going through space. Scavenger tries to sing a song. Nerd Tanker tells him no.
Now, the real meme is, what is broad-shouldered gentleman gonna do?
Nerd Tanker says, it will be a while until we get to the planet. Scavenger says, he's still singing. Okay, so the guy, the broad-shouldered gentleman, says, "You're not gonna hide from me that easily."
I mean, I don't see you doing anything about it.
I like that you, like, had sass talk. So you can talk through the Shadowverse?
Yeah, there's no explicit denial of that.
Kirby is also singing, but you can hear that because the broad-shouldered gentleman has a subspace communicator.
And every hero has connection to every other hero, so you have to wonder why you don't just hear voices all the time.
So he turns around and looks at, like, the shadow that's being cast down on the ground behind him that you're in, and he's like, "You gotta come out sometime, hero framer."
No, I don't. Start moving around the other shadows.
He looks up, and it seems like he's able to see you. He's, like, following you.
I walk at 15 miles per hour, and theoretically I can travel in shadows at the same speed. How fast is he walking?
Roll 1d20.
6.
He's definitely having a bit of trouble catching up. You're not wrong. He's trying his best, though.
I'm just gonna make him go on a wild goose chase throughout the entire building.
As you're doing a weird Scooby-Doo goose chase to try and get away from him, he's like, "Why don't I just destroy this whole building?"
That's a good question. Why haven't you?
You call my bluff. Look, if you're not the hero framer, will you help me find them?
And why should I do that when you're clearly trying to bring me in for something?
Because I'm a hero, subspace communicator, clearly. You're a hero, you also have a subspace communicator.
This is a watch.
I know it's not a watch.
It's a watch.
I 100% know it's not a watch.
Why isn't it a watch?
Because I know what a subspace communicator is.
I mean, you do, but...
Yes.
What if I 3D printed my watch to look
Stop. No, because you didn't, because it is one.
Well, how do you know that?
Because I do.
But you don't know what I do.
I know you can go into shadows.
Right, but you don't
Which
know...
seems like a hero thing.
Well,
Considering, and if it's not, then you're the fucking hero framer, and I'm gonna get you when you get out of these fucking shadows. I'm not as fast as your shadows, but you gotta come out sometime.
No.
You gotta come out sometime.
But, if I move faster than you, I eventually just have to put enough distance between me and you for you to lose me.
I'm not giving up that easily, hero framer.
I find it pretty hard to track people when they're stuck in darkness.
We'll see.
I don't leave footprints or smells or anything, so...
Have you noticed I haven't lost track of you yet?
I mean, I've been visible the entire time. You've seen me moving in the shadows. at some point I'll get far enough ahead that you won't be able to see me.
That's what you think. He continues after you. Of course, slower than, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm just... Like, I'm on the... Basically, it's essentially that we probably got interrupted, like, not too far after I started the Goose Chase thing.
Mm-hmm.
I go all the way up to the 20th floor to get as much distance as possible. How far behind is he?
He would be going, like, half as fast.
He goes 6 and I go 15.
He's going, yeah, like, a little more than half as fast as you.
Okay, so I'm on the 20th, he's probably about, like, 12th or 13th.
Mm-hmm.
I take the elevator down to the first floor.
You wouldn't be able to track, like, his movements in relation to yours?
Right.
Right. You get in the elevator, and he's, like, in the elevator.
What?
Yeah.
He's on the 12th floor.
You just took the elevator.
There are not 2 elevators?
Roll a d20. Do a check to see how many elevators there are. Tie? So it'd be in your favor. I suppose if he was in another elevator, you wouldn't know. So you go down, so you go all the way down to the first floor, but then a few moments later, he also arrives on the first floor in a different elevator. He's like, you're not getting away from me. I've repeatedly said this.
So
you're either the hero framer or you're a hero. Help me or I will kill you.
So you want to explain how you're doing that?
No. So why would I tell you if you're the hero framer that is only to your advantage? I have no reason to trust you past a certain limit. Certain things are on a need-to-know basis.
Okay, and what makes me think that I can trust you when I pop out of the shadows? You're not going to try pinning me up against the wall again and trying to kill me. I
mean, don't give me a reason to want to do that.
I mean, you sort of aggressed me first.
I agree that you shouldn't trust me, but I also shouldn't trust you. You've given me no reason to. But anyways, will you help me figure out who this hero framer is? Or do I just have to wait until you pop out of the shadow to kill you so that you'll stop framing these heroes? Also, your powers seem really convenient for framing heroes. You probably move through the darkness and then overnight you like plant evidence and shit. I see through you. Meanwhile, over his subspace communicator, Nerd Tanker talks about how we might need more food on the spaceship. Kirby talks about how his subspace communicator is in watch mode. It's in watch mode, or it's just a watch. Scavenger said, "Let's track him." Scavenger says, "Are you sure we need more food?" Let's see. Scavenger says, Scavenger was just talking to Zolex, and Professor Trevenant said, "We need frosty chocolate milkshakes." Milkshakes would be great right now.
You really are a pain. You know that I unmerged from the shadows.
Not as much as a pain as this hero framer is. We need to find a lead. Do you have access to a supercomputer?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Do you not have a base?
I mean, I do.
You do? Can we go to your base?
It's my room.
It's your room? Oh, cool. Then we're, like, still in the same building.
It's not actually my room.
So you're just telling me that?
I'm telling you that. Game Master that.
So he would still say, so it's in the same building?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go. Lead the way. I don't know where you live. What do you do?
Let's see. I'm gonna try to think for a second because Okay, I go to the 3rd floor. I go one door to my right of my room. I try opening the door.
Okay. With what?
Just opening it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people evacuated the city. Surely a lot of people didn't lock their doors.
You open the door?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go in.
Inside the room, you see a bunch of, like, cork boards with, like, maps and faces of people in masks, and there's, like, red cords. They're connected to, like, different images of people's faces and, like, files and folders and papers just scattered around the room. And he goes,
Jet should-
"Oh my gosh, it's a trap!" And he goes in to punch you.
Jet, this is one of those things that I should have rolled for, shouldn't I, Jet?
You chose to go into a random person's room.
Jet,
How did you know it would be the hero framers? You wouldn't.
the hero framer's just right next to me. Jet.
Who would have guessed?
Shadows again.
You're gonna go back in the shadows?
Yeah.
He attempts to punch you, but the punch whiffs because of the fact that you, like, vanish in the darkness. He's
Okay.
like, "Not this again."
Okay, look. I'm sorry that I let you to this room. This isn't actually my room.
How'd you get in?
Because, did you not just see the giant monster bleeding rivers into the city?
What does that have to do with you entering this room?
Could you imagine a lot of people trying to leave the city because of that?
You think that the hero framer would leave all of this evidence behind in an unlocked room? The hero framer, the person who plans things to the T to frame heroes as villains.
Do you really think someone's that smart that he wouldn't be able to miss some simple thing like that?
I don't think he would miss a simple thing like this at all. Why would he miss it? That's his whole thing. That's what he does.
Yeah, he screws over heroes. That doesn't make him a smart person.
This seems like what the hero framer would do. Try and lead the person looking for him into his lair to then kill them.
Just earlier today, when dealing with a monster, I saw a power that would have saved the day a lot easier, but it wasn't used to save the day. People aren't necessarily the most... People don't necessarily use common sense for certain things.
I still have even less reason to trust you than before. And also, you're telling me that you coincidentally went into the... That doesn't...
Because,
I don't believe that.
Look.
There's no way you're convincing me.
I didn't want you to know where I actually lived, because I still couldn't trust you.
So then you led me to your lair instead, where you planned to kill me.
My lair is actually in the arcade.
So you're claiming that you didn't know any of this was here?
Right.
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 Well, if that's the case...
My room's right next to this one somehow. I have no idea why the hero framer lives right next to me. It's sort of dumb.
Then prove that you live in the room right next to this one.
Okay. Now, I'm going to do that, but you're going to give me some space.
I like that you're going to give me some space.
Because the last thing I need you to do is for my door to somehow be locked and for you to freak out and punch me again.
Well, if your door was locked, you would just use your key, and then you would just open your door.
Fair point.
Yes.
But just give me space.
So that doesn't happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I mean, are you?
Yes.
I can keep doing this.
I can keep following you. So you seem to have a not understanding of that.
Unmerge from the shadows. Try to open my door.
Okay. You didn't even say you locked your door.
I didn't. So.
You would just open your door. He would then say, "Prove that you live here."
Okay. I show him my game design notes.
They would be in your bag.
I keep stuff in my room, Jed. I don't carry everything with me at all times.
You went to game design class and didn't bring your game
Jed,
design.
this isn't my first day of class.
But you went to class and didn't bring your notes?
You don't bring your homework to class every day if it's not due on the day.
Roll 2d20 to see if you had homework to show.
Not even homework, Jed. Just like stuff in general, like things from my games.
How would that...
Like...
Wait, wouldn't he have to know about you to even understand that?
It would have my name.
Here are some papers.
It would have my name on it.
What's your name? He doesn't know you. It's like, that doesn't... How does that even add up?
Well, I failed, so I don't have anything.
So you don't have any notes there, but even if you did, if he doesn't know who you are, then how... That doesn't help prove anything.
Okay. So...
He's standing, arms crossed, very annoyed at the door.
Okay.
Prove that you live here.
I don't have any proof in this room.
What does that even mean? He says, like, he's actively saying that. Like, what does that even mean?
For some reason, I thought I had some stuff that would prove my identity here, but I guess it was only in my bag. And you're not going to trust stuff that I'm just carrying around with me.
Well,
So,
do you have a key to this room?
pulls out key.
Does it open this door?
Locks door. Puts key in door.
Hold on.
You're not
With
gonna,
the whole locks door, unlocks door. How do you
I
tell
lock
me?
the door and I go out with them.
Okay, there we go. That was the thing that I was like, there's no way that nigga's gonna let you be on the other side of the door, like miss me. Okay, yeah. So you lock the door.
Pull out key.
Mm-hmm.
Push key in.
Mm-hmm.
Turn key. Rolls to see that I can't turn key.
You're gonna.
No, but that's the sort of meme that you would try and pull.
What's your character's personality?
Intelligent 20-year-old who is manipulative individual who will play off people off of each other as needed, positioned between ambitions and a looming conflict. Diplomacy comes first, unless in realistic than tactical battle.
Damn, that is very assholeish. But you open the door successfully, and he goes, now try and do it to the other door.
So we're just gonna not be able to get back into the room if this key doesn't work on that door.
You do have a solid point. I'd rather not be locked out, considering that there could be plenty of good evidence there. Meanwhile, over the subspace communicator of the dude. Let's see. Where are we at? Scavenger says crap. Kirby said, could one of these streams we ever hang out? Nope, that's not a part of, that's not to you. Let's see. Scavenger says one of them would be dope. Like a 10th episode special or a different number. That is cool. Kirby said, so we can talk. You guys can talk to him via his subspace communicator. Kirby said, he's trying to frame Shadow Darkgale right now. He yells over the subspace communicator. Kirby said all of this crap is his planning. Kirby said he left the door unlocked so Shadow Darkgale would have no resistance entering that room. Scavenger says, wait, I'm surprised Vlad hasn't showed up yet. Kirby said, I know, right? Nerdtanker says, Scavenger, we must only get food and water from this planet we are close to.
Well, those people seem to be vouching for me, and we just proved that this room is mine and that one's not. So...
Galactonite does seem to believe that you're actively being framed. And that would explain why the Hero Framer would be in the room right next to yours. Why do you think the Hero Framer is after you currently? Well, I trust you at least a little bit more. My name's Bruiser. He reaches his hand out. You notice that the skin around his hands and now around the rest of his body is becoming like gray and bumpy. His eyes turn yellow.
Why?
This is what I look like when I'm transformed.
Why do you transform now?
Because this was like my showing of trust.
Showing me your higher power level?
This is what I look like when I'm in my hero form. It's like sharing a secret identity. Come on, you act like you've never done this before.
I transform without people knowing who I am.
Well, I mean, I know where you live now. I just felt like it also was just an equivalent exchange.
I'll shake your hand. I'm not giving you my identity.
You already did. I know where you live, and he shakes your hand. Like he's like, I know. He's like, what do you mean?
Who lives here then?
You apparently live here.
But what's my name?
I know where you live.
But what's my name?
I honestly don't know.
So you don't know my identity.
I mean, I know that you're a hero, and I know you live here.
What happens if I leave this room and move to another room?
I can still find you with my ability.
You can't keep a lock on me forever and ever.
You don't know what I'm doing. you don't understand how my thing works.
So you could do that with the hero framer, theoretically.
Over the subspace communicator, Nerdtanker said, so let's do this. Scavenger says, aight. Scavenger says, is this a plot device? Kirby said, I got you. If you take damage while gathering food. Nerdtanker says, I'll see if the water's drinkable. So I guess they've landed on another planet successfully. The nearest inhabitable planet to Earth. You're on a planet that seems to be very acidic. The air's breathable, but it seems like most of the fruit decays itself very rapidly. So you'll see it grow on trees like that, but within a few moments it eats itself away. It seems like everything on this planet rapidly grows and then rapidly dies.
So yeah, why haven't you found the hero framer then, Mr. Tracker?
Because I still don't trust you enough to tell you what I do. You haven't... All I know is that you jump in shadows.
But what I'm asking you is that why you haven't been able to find the hero framer, that you're just randomly guessing at who the hero framer is. You don't have to tell me your power to tell me that.
I have been assuming that it's probably one of the heroes in the hero community. Considering how would you be able to gather so much information about all of this? This room shows that whoever the hero framer is, they've definitely been plotting and planning, trying to figure out more. And their proximity to you, I feel, is no coincidence if you aren't the hero framer yourself.
Then start looking at information, guy.
You mean the information in this room?
Yeah, clearly it's information.
Well, it seems like you should also be heavily invested, considering the hero framer so close to you.
I mean, not really.
You're not invested in the idea that the hero framer is targeting you. You have no investment.
No investment at all. He's small fry.
Small fry.
Yeah.
We have heroes like Time Traveler getting framed.
Yeah, and?
Time Traveler helped save, like, Springdale Jeweler.
I just took down a giant 200-foot monster and 5 UFOs. I think I can handle myself.
Last time I checked, the monster was taken care of by the city.
You want to know why that monster was falling in the first place? Me.
From what I've seen, you can't do stuff like that.
Okay, what about the 5 UFOs?
From what I've seen, you jump into shadows. As you guys are bickering, you hear the fluttering of papers coming from the hero framer's room.
Oh, good job, friend. Now the hero framer's getting all of his information.
He says, "Are you trying to distract me so that you can run away?" You continue to hear the fluttering of paper.
Do you remember seeing the window open in that room?
I don't, but how do I know you're not using your power so that I look away from you so you can try to run
Clearly
away?
I'm darkness-based. Do you really think I have powers of wind?
Maybe you're just moving some dark tendrils. The paper rattling is getting louder. Maybe you're moving some dark tendrils in order to scrumble the paper around. It's really loud now. It sounds like the paper's folding.
Okay. Give me a second. I summon some clones, Bissell clones.
How many?
Just 5, I guess.
5? How does your power,
It just says summon clones.
Okay, so you just use one usage, summon 5.
Yeah.
Also, keep track of how many powers you're using.
Yeah, I've used 4.
You've used 4? Okay, I wish you would mark that down.
I don't need to.
But you should. Over his subspace communicator, you hear, ooh, where am I at? Holy shit. How much have we missed?
Too much.
Scavenger said Mars. The Nerd Tanker said, nope, the water isn't drinkable. Darn. Kirby said, aw, crap, I forgot to ask for something. Oh well, I'll deal with it. Scavenger said, nice pun. Kirby said, wait, no, it's fine. Tanker can just open a portal if I need it. Nerd Tanker said, there's one other way to get to Kirby and survive. Kirby said, Tanker. Then Nerd Tanker said, we must go into cryo sleep. Then Nerd Tanker said, what, Kirby? Then Kirby said, there's a helmet I would like to see if you have. Then Nerd Tanker said, okay, you can see once we get to you. Then Kirby said, okay, gotta go. See you next time. Catch you later, Kirby.
As a side note, just to have continuity's sake, the shadows appear out of his shadow.
Like your clone?
Yeah, the clones appear out of his shadows.
Okay. So you two were complaining. You said, hold on one moment. Then, when your clones come out, he goes, ha! And he turns around and he goes, ha! It was a trap!
Wait, before you do.
He darts his fist. He's already, like, acting. He darts his fist forward at the clone.
Oh,
You try to go,
No, he's gonna hit the... Yeah, let him hit the...
You just give up. You don't care that he like,
Two of the clones go in the room.
And the other one gets decked in the face. You just let him take it.
Yeah, why not?
He hits the shit out of that clone.
Yeah.
What happens when your clone gets hit?
I mean...
What are they?
They're just clones.
Let me read your description. Which one is your clone power?
Clones.
Can summon clones out of viewable darkness, can utilize my abilities. He poofs.
Sure.
He turns around to you. He's like, you're not going to get away with it that easy.
Look, I just sent 2 of my clones into that room. They're going to investigate what's going on with the rest.
Poof, poof. You see, like, dark smoke, like, come out of the room.
So, now do you believe me?
He's like, I don't know what you did. I don't even know what sent. you see ninja stars made of folded paper hit the wall and like pierce in.
Now do you
Even though it's made out of paper, it seems to be like still as strong as a normal ninja star.
Now do you believe me?
Believe what?
Are you kidding me?
Maybe your shadows can possess inanimate objects.
You're ridiculous.
What do you mean? We have powers. Anything is possible. You see.
I have done everything in my power to get your trust, and you still don't trust me.
You see two origami ninjas. Their belts and their headbands are the like red string that was connecting the different images together. That's what.
Let me guess, they're my fault too, right?
Made of paper. What?
Let me guess, they're my fault too, right?
Why are you asking?
No, I'm asking the guy.
I don't know. He's like, I don't know how to trust you. Every time.
Clearly, they're aggressive towards both of us.
The ninjas begin to. Each one picks one of you to strike. Roll 2d20.
Fail.
Nerd Tanker said, "Scavenger, scavenger, scavenger." What is the difference between those 2d20?
9.
So what's the difference?
8.
You take 8 damage.
Thanks.
How much health do you got?
39.
Remaining?
31.
You're at 31. Also, mark how many powers you use.
No.
you should keep
mark
track
how much
of
health I have.
You should mark the power.
Because health is much harder to keep track of than power usage.
Ooh. So, you get sliced by one of the paper swords. But
now do you believe me?
It's, hold on. He's gonna do 2d20 as well.
15 to 5.
Pass or fail?
Pass.
Pass. He like dodges the sword swing and he goes, "Nice try. You probably are doing that to cover your own tracks." He goes in to punch the ninja.
Are you kidding me?
2d20. He's trying to punch the ninja. He's like attempting to hit it.
15 to 5. Good.
Pass. Again, like the same exact roll.
Yes.
That's crazy. He successfully punches the ninja. Roll 2d20.
Wait, why did I only have to roll 1d20 to get hit and take damage?
Hold on. Roll 2d20.
I did.
What was it?
13 to 1.
13 to 1. He deals 12 damage to the paper ninja.
Why did
You
I
see
only have to
paper fall
roll
off of it.
2d20 to do a dodge and take damage in the same d20 roll?
It made more sense just to subtract it there. I guess I could have done that for his first thing, but then he would have only dealt 5.
He would have done 10.
He would have done. Oh, you're right. How much did he deal this time?
12.
So it's better.
It's
for
better. I don't care.
Cool. I mean consistency.
You need consistency.
He only deals 10 to it. The paper begins to shed away from the ninja. The ninja's like wobbling back and forth. The other ninja is getting ready to like throw ninja stars at you.
Darkness Ray round.
Ooh. Oh wow, I love the imagery. The shadow spike pierces through it. You see the paper be gored through its chest. On the tip of the spike is an image of your own face, like a photograph of you.
Now do you believe me?
He's like, I still don't fully trust you. Also, he's still dealing with a ninja that's about to try and kick him in the face.
Yeah, he kicks him real hard.
Oh, I see. Subtract.
16.
That's the total?
20 to 4.
Holy shit. Wow, he kicks your boy so hard that he flies into the room of the hero framer and he bounces off the wall and like hits the ground.
You done screwing around?
The ninja is now like approaching you for an attack.
Spectral sword him.
What spectral sword?
The spectral sword I have with my...
Oh, the ectoplasm thing. But which one of you is faster?
I walk at 15 miles per hour.
That's not the kind of speed we're looking for. This is not the speed you're looking for. Roll 2d20.
I mean, Hitoshura is still active, Jeff.
No. You could activate Hitoshura.
No. He's faster.
He's faster? If only you had activated Hitoshura, he fucking hits you with the swords. I don't know.
But if he didn't choose to dodge, then we're both hitting each other.
Well, no. The idea is that you were both gonna go for a strike, but he like hits you first.
But
You would stab. You wouldn't just power through. You're getting like
I mean,
stabbed
you
with
don't
a
know that.
sword. You're getting stabbed with a sword.
What's wrong? I can handle a sword slice or two.
Can you roll 2d20? So let's see if you power through.
Yeah.
You power. How good?
17 to 15.
Huh? Barely. You barely power through and also hit him. Okay. So what was his passing rolls again?
I don't remember.
Like, what were the two numbers?
I actually don't remember.
You don't remember? Then roll for him again.
Screw me. 16 to 2.
16 to 2. So you would end up taking 14 if we go with that.
Yes.
And then he would end up taking 2 if we go with, like, your power through roll. Because you said 17 to 15.
That's not the hitting him one, though. That's a power. That's like...
The ectoplasm sword isn't a power.
But,
so it goes by the same difference rule.
But, like, it's not, like... The thing that I'm getting at is that normally it's a dodge dice to a damage dice. Like, dodge and damage are the same. Powering through is a separate thing altogether.
So you feel like you should roll a different thing?
Yes. Because powering through is not dodging.
I was trying to go with the consistency thing. The idea that your check could also be the amount that we subtracted. Because that's what we were doing earlier. And you were like, we should be more consistent.
Honestly, it's better just to do a dodge roll and then a damage roll.
If you
I was commenting on the fact that you weren't being consistent in the first place.
Okay. We can do like 2 separate. Reroll his damage on you and your damage on him. Nerdtanker put himself to sleep until the next episode, putting himself in cryo sleep.
It's 15 to 2, but I guess we never said which one was going first.
Okay, re-roll, but declare which one's going first. Well, I guess since the ninja is hitting you first, you should do that one.
Great.
Do that one first.
Great.
So roll that.
Oh, thank you for not making me keep the other one.
You gotta re-roll both.
16 to 15.
So he deals 1.
Yeah.
And then yours.
Thank you for not making me keep the 13 to 2. Or, yeah. Screw me. 17... No, 4. My bad. Much different. 4 to 16.
4 to 16. So you deal 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
He should come apart.
He does break into paper. Don't forget to take the damage that you took, though.
Yeah, 1 damage.
You didn't take 2 damage from that?
No.
What were the 2 numbers?
It was like 17 to 16.
Oh, okay. Well, the paper guy comes apart. Your boy Bruiser is like lifting himself up off the floor.
I just killed both of these guys that were going to kill us. They killed my shadows. They have a picture of me, which they presumably got from that room. Come on.
You guys are in this room. And all the paper is now like scattered across the floor.
We were in the hallway still, Jet.
No, remember?
We didn't go in.
Oh, I guess you two didn't go in.
I sent the
But that's
shadows
where
in.
he is.
You
Remember?
got knocked
Because he
in?
got kicked into
He
that.
got knocked into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got
Sure.
kicked really hard. Yeah.
But the shadows were coming, or the ninjas were coming from the room.
Yes.
So if they kicked him, they would kick him away from the room.
They went out into the hall.
So they roundabouted him. They went around him and kicked him into the room.
So the way I imagined it is that you guys are both in the hall in front of the room, and they like came between you two.
But even if they came between, then they would kick him to the side, not into the room.
But remember, he dodged an attack before and like shifted
So you're
his
saying that
position
he shifted himself 90 degrees.
to dodge the attack.
Okay.
So he's lifting himself off the floor in the room. There are like the papers are all scattered around in the hallway and damaged due to like the fight. He's like, when that evidence tries to kill you, there's something wrong. It seems like a lot of this paper is ruined. Like after the way it got folded and everything, like a lot of the ink like melted and rubbed off, and
Now
the
see,
paper
if you
got
believed me
torn.
earlier and went into this room beforehand, we maybe could have stopped this before the ninjas came and attacked us.
He's like, I still don't even know like if you're in league with the ninjas or not.
Look, they attacked us. They have an image of me. I killed both of them.
The hero framer would leave his picture in
He's
the
not
mix.
that smart.
How do I know that he's not
Because
you?
he left the door unlocked.
Maybe because he's you and this was a trap.
No. Okay, look. How strong are you?
I'm pretty strong.
Can you bust down a door?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do this key thing for real now.
What do you mean for real?
I'm gonna lock the door to this room.
Mm.
If I can't unlock it, punch the door down so we can get the rest of the evidence.
Wait, I'm not leaving. You're not leaving my site.
No, you're gonna follow me out here.
Okay. I will.
That way I can try to do the door. If it doesn't work, you can punch the door down. Well, okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so you walk outside. You can't lock the door from the outside.
Chad, I locked it when I was there.
Okay, so you lock it from the inside. You guys close the door. And then you attempt to use your key on the door?
I swear to God, if you give me a master key, I'm gonna flip out.
Okay, so you attempt to use your key on the door?
Yes.
You open the door.
Screw you, Jet. Screw you.
He's getting ready to punch you.
Can I investigate the key?
Are you, like, asking him that?
Yes.
Can you investigate the... He says that with his fist out. Can you investigate the key?
Like, I want to investigate this key. I want to see if there's anything that would show that it's like a master key or something.
Why would you have a master key?
That's the problem. Why would I have a master key? It's clearly planted evidence.
Clearly planted evidence?
Yes.
The only evidence I see planted are these planted ninjas on the floor.
Look, I could kill you right now if I really wanted to.
That sounds like a threat.
I would like you to not jump down my throat when I am actively trying to help you.
Bruiser is like, we'll see.
You saw me tear apart that one guy with a Darkness Reaper.
Could be just as easy as not using your power on it anymore. Well, let's see what you mean with this key.
Okay. First of all, I just sort of started examining the key, seeing if I can find anything on it.
As you're currently looking at your key, it looks normal. It looks like how it always has.
Okay, I go to the first floor with Bruiser with me so that he doesn't flip out on me.
Why are we going to the first floor?
There's a key office, I would imagine, on the first floor. They would have all the keys there.
What? Shouldn't people just have their keys on them?
Well, I would imagine that they'd have a set of master keys as well.
But I mean, you can't just freely get master keys.
No,
That's
but...
stealing.
Right, but... Clearly our Hero Framer would want to take the master key, and on top of that, the Hero Framer would probably make his own key, compared to just taking one, if he really wanted to.
So you feel like the Hero Framer would have a unique key, so even the master key wouldn't work on his door?
Well, not even that, just like... Hero Framer could just make a master key.
Welcome back, Scavenger. Nerd Tanker put himself in cryo sleep.
To himself. Like, not gonna... Because, as far as I know, his room isn't tampered. It's still a room.
How does Nerd Tanker have a spaceship and a muscle car? I'm with you.
So, I'm just gonna go into the key room and see what's in there.
You make it to the first floor. It's a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go into the back office.
The back office of the diner?
Jet, you're not going to tell me that there's no reception desk or anything on the first floor.
It's a diner.
Jet, how do people live in this apartment complex? They don't just take rooms. There has to be some go-through. Jet, I live here.
I like the I live here part. Where do you go in the diner?
Wherever the back is.
There's a manager's office by the kitchen.
There, we go in there.
The manager's office is locked.
Of course they lock the door. Break down this door.
Bruiser's like, this is actually a crime. This is breaking and entering.
Look. Most of the people are dead. If we want to catch the Hero Framer, we're going to have to do a tiny bit of work in order to find the Hero Framer.
Can't you just use your darkness power to, like, move to the other side of the door and open it?
I could, but that's a use of a power, and that's terrible.
I mean...
Plus, I'm still breaking and entering at that point, so what's the difference?
At least it's not destruction of property?
Are you kidding me? You can replace a door really easily.
Are you going to? How much money do you have? Not enough to just replace this door.
$23.
Just sneak under the door.
Actually, use my key.
You attempt to use your key on the manager office door. It doesn't work.
Turn it. Jet, stop.
Bruiser's like, well, that beats your weird master key theory and also makes you lean closer to being the Hero Framer. So what now, Hero Framer? Are you just gonna reveal your plan to me, or do I need to beat it out of you? Scavenger said it would be entering, not breaking and entering. If you had just snuck under the door.
Okay. 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 Now, what would you do if I revealed myself to be the Hero Framer?
I would kill you.
You would kill me?
Yes.
Isn't there a bounty going around if they bring them alive?
The Hero Framer?
Yeah.
He's currently more or less a theory, but today we've seen a lot of evidence to show that he probably exists and that he's you.
So wouldn't you want to bring me in alive?
Why would I? I don't want you to do this anymore. You know a whole bunch about a bunch of heroes. Essentially, if you ended up going to some kind of jail or prison, you would just spread the information down the chain. Clearly, you want to see heroes suffer. You would only cause us more tragedy in the end.
Well, this is sort of silly, don't you think?
What is?
Darkness Reaver always talking.
He attempts to resist.
It's in his mouth.
He attempts to resist.
How can he resist that? It's a spike in his mouth.
It's a spike in his mouth. Remember in old Jank heroes, if you attempt to use a power on another hero, they can like sense it and attempt to resist.
Jet.
It's similar to like the concept
This is
of
an
a
unblockable,
push.
undodgeable thing.
What? Read your description.
Jet, it doesn't say it, but come on.
Then it doesn't. Then it's
Jet,
not,
if it's in its mouth, how are you going to block or dodge that?
It's like you feel the power swell up kind of thing, and then you
And
try
what do you
to like.
What do you do?
It's like the generic like, where like. You would have. You would
Jet,
have
how come I have not made a single check on this entire time?
Remember when I said, "Do you resist the ghost?" and then you tried to resist the ghost?
No,
and you
what
failed?
I'm saying, Jet, how come nobody's checked on Darkness Reaver? I've used that thing so many times and nobody resisted.
The monster probably wasn't smart enough to. The UFO is an inanimate object because it's the UFO. This is a guy's mouth. He attempts to resist. This is the first case where it would actually matter. The monster doesn't understand what the fuck the swelling feeling of a power is, or how to resist one. This guy's a hero. He's like been here before. Nothing new over a subspace communicator as you attempt to kill him.
Makes it.
Aha! That was very dramatic. He goes in for the punch because he knows you tried to do something. What do? He's trying to punch you.
Go back into the shadows.
He was like, this again. How many powers do you have left, by the way?
10.
Even though the Darkness Reaver, like, he resisted it, you still used it?
Yeah.
Okay, 10.
10.
So, he's like, this again. You can't hide from me forever. I know where you are.
Look, I'm sorry.
That you tried to murder me
Because at
you're
this
the
point you're
Hero
not going to
Framer?
believe me no matter what I do. Look.
You open the Hero Framer?
Clearly the Hero Framer is framing heroes. So he's going to make someone look as incriminating as possible to be the Hero Framer. There is literally nothing I'm going to be able to do to convince you.
Excuse me. I have to agree with you. You are right.
So why do you...
But there's just a lot of evidence against you. I mean, you still have yet to prove your innocence. Scavenger said, oh gosh.
So tell me how I'm going to prove my innocence, guy.
Help me find the real Hero Framer and don't try to kill me.
Well, you know, I've been trying to do that. But every time I show you something that makes it look like maybe I'm not the Hero Framer, it's like, aha! You're actually the Hero Framer because of all of these circumstances.
Well, I mean, the circumstances do weigh heavily against you.
But if it's a Hero Framer...
Scavenger said logic.
Wouldn't the Hero Framer try and make it as convincing as possible not to be the Hero Framer?
Well, I mean, you've actively been trying to convince me that you're not the Hero Framer.
But here's the thing. The Hero Framer wouldn't stumble upon his own hero framing scheme.
He would in order to make people believe that he stumbled upon it and not that he had it the whole time.
No, that'd be silly. Because that makes him more incriminating because of people like you who would just assume that he can do it. Clearly, if I was the Hero Framer, I wouldn't lead someone like you into a situation where I'm compromising myself.
Unless you plan to kill me. which you just tried to do.
And clearly it's not working now, is it?
I mean...
If I was really a hero framer, I'd know so much information about you that I'd know how you're able to keep track of me.
Follow me.
Fine, I follow him in the shadows.
Okay. He goes back up to the 3rd floor to where, like, the hero framer's room is. He starts looking through, like, the papers and all the shit that's, like, fucked up. Roll 2d20.
He's gonna find information that's gonna screw me because Jet's power is manipulating dice rolls. 1 to 18, fail.
He fails?
He fails or I fail?
It's the check for him looking for the papers.
Well,
He failed.
Okay.
He's like, I haven't found any information on me here. So, you just may not have heard of me yet.
Well, it seems sort of silly knowing that there are so many heroes' information in here.
Then I wouldn't be here.
Right.
That actually is pretty interesting.
Maybe you're the hero framer. Think about that?
I don't think so. You know.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't think so.
He's like, you can't put this on me.
Well, you can't put it on me.
I don't have a key that unlocks the hero framer's room.
Well, do you think that maybe the key is circumstantial to the situation? That the hero framer knew that you were coming and planned all of this? Like, come on.
How many steps ahead is the hero framer? Probably so many
Well, clearly he's a master level genius from your perspective.
Well, probably so far ahead that he would have this planned so that he can kill me as you. Because he's just you.
So is he possessing me then, friend?
I don't believe so. If he is, I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Thanks, friend. I really appreciate you.
So, prove your innocence. Stop trying to kill me.
I've only tried to kill you once, to be fair.
I still don't trust the ninja thing. I still don't know that wasn't you.
Well, I actively claim the Darkness Reaver thing.
So you claim to try to have killed me once.
Yes.
Scavenger said I listen over the communicator and tell the skeptic he is the hero framer. You tell him that he isn't? He's like...
You just said I wasn't, you idiots.
No, he tells the skeptic he is the hero. Like, he's telling Bruiser that he is the hero framer. That Bruiser is. Like, he's telling him that he is it. And Bruiser, over a subspace communicator, would say, I am not the hero framer.
Yeah, you probably aren't. Not smart enough to realize how everything's going.
I don't take kindly to your insults, hero framer.
Well, I don't take kindly to you thinking I'm the hero framer, but...
No.
Hero framer. Frames heroes. Puts key in pocket.
Why does your key also unlock your door and his door, but no other doors?
I spit the key out of him from the darkness. Try it on other doors.
He tries it on the door across the hall. It doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't.
He turns to you because he still knows where you are.
Now, this is very obnoxious, don't you agree?
Scavenger says, plot device.
Yeah, plot device sounds accurate.
So what's going on?
I say plot device sounds accurate.
The fuck does that mean? He says.
I mean, you heard him say plot device.
That still doesn't help me understand.
Clearly this is all a scheme to screw me over.
I still feel like a master planner would be planning around this. You're just like playing as high up as you can go. But you didn't suspect that I would be thinking that you would be trying to lean it off of yourself. But the evidence still all points at you.
But if I was so smart to think that, then I would have understood the situation in the first place and known that you were going to be you were going to essentially chase me to the ends of the earth for this. I wouldn't have gambled on you leaving me alone if I knew how consistent you were about this.
Maybe you like the gamble. Maybe you enjoy the thrill. And the reason why you're doing this is because it's just all a game to you. That's why you've been framing these heroes. Because you get enjoyment out of it. You get a high off of it.
No, I don't get a high out of it at all. I'm just save the city.
This high is about to become a low. Convince me now that you're not the hero framer, or prepare to die.
I still don't see you punching my shadow.
I don't feel like that would do very much.
Exactly.
You have to come out sometime.
I mean, do I?
Yes.
Why?
I'll be waiting.
I mean, how long are you gonna wait?
As long as it takes.
Okay.
To stop the hero framer.
Sure.
If I can keep you at bay, I know that you're not framing other heroes.
Okay. Let's do a little experiment then. I go to my room, my actual room.
He follows you.
I have him turn on the TV.
Okay.
I have him watch the news.
On the news. A giant monster wrecked most of Springdale, in the center of the city nearby the apartment building. Not too many casualties, actually, considering that there was just, like, a soup place. There's the area that's, like, nearby the school and nearby the apartment. There's still plenty of areas that were unaffected. And there's, like, a big list of unaffected places, like the Springdale Ninja Academy, the Springdale Assassin's Guild, like, it's just, like, a huge
look at all
list.
these places made for killing.
Like, all these places that, like, aren't hit. The Springdale Gymnastics Center, the Springdale... So, they're like, while we're scrolling that list, other news. Today has been heavily cloudy, a lot of overcast. He's like, it's just a weather report.
Right. But, here's the thing. If you assume that our friend, the hero framer, is doing this out of the thrill of the hunt, he's eventually going to get so bored of waiting that he's going to make a move at some point. So we'll just sit here until he does something.
So you're waiting for us to have him just frame another hero?
Yeah.
And that hero just gets screwed over without our assistance?
I mean, clearly if I'm the hero framer, then nothing's going to happen. Right?
What if his plan right now... Like, let's say you're not the hero framer, right? Then let's say his plan would be to just not do anything until, like, you've been fully convicted.
But if it's the thrill of the hunt, then he's going to want to do something eventually.
Yo, Kirby, welcome back to the stream. I mean, I suppose we could wait, but what about your life? What about, like, all the things that you do if you're not the hero framer? You're just going to put that all on hold for your evidence?
Sure, why not?
I think that's the most trustworthy thing you've done this whole time.
I mean, clearly the city's pretty screwed over. We're not getting anything done for a while.
I think what we need to do is investigate this key further. But can I trust you not to try to murder me?
Sure. If you're not going to try and shove your fist down my face again.
Hey, that depends on your actions.
I mean, I don't plan on killing you again if you don't try and kill me again.
Let's go look at this key some more.
I'm still following him in the shadows because I still don't trust him.
You still don't trust him? So like said, Jank heroes are always interesting to watch. Oh, thank you kindly, Zola. He goes up to the door of the guy. Also, how much time do we have?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. He goes up to the door of the, like, hero framer, and as he moves the key toward the lock, he's, like, focusing closely, and you see the key, like, change shape as it approaches the lock, and then as he moves the key away, you see the key, like, change back. He's like, I don't know what's doing it, but did you see that?
Yeah.
I still don't know what to think.
See if it does it to my door.
He moves it to your door, but it just stays the same shape the whole time.
Well, clearly there's a reaction specifically to his room.
True. Seems very convenient. If you were the hero framer, it would be an easy way for you to simply say, this couldn't be the key to this lock, and a locksmith could look at the lock and look at the key and be like, this isn't his.
Okay.
It seems like a cover in a way.
Let's rush back to the TV real fast.
Okay. You guys rush back to the TV. Still the news or something else?
Yeah, still the news. I didn't turn it off.
Let's see. You hear over the subspace communicator, Kirby said it's been more than an hour. No, because we started early. So back on the news, they're like, the city mysteriously protected itself today. Very surprising. What do you think, Bob? I live in Springdale. I mean, you live in Springdale, too. Everyone's a hero. For the city to be a hero, I'm not that surprised. He's like, I don't know why you have us continually watching the news.
Okay, what other plans do you have then?
We should figure out why the key does what it does.
Oh, I don't.
And also, we need to figure out where those ninjas came from, if you didn't make those ninjas.
Well, the ninjas clearly were made out of the evidence in there.
How does that even work?
Clearly from a power.
Is it?
I mean, I would imagine it would be. What other explanation can you come up with?
I don't know, but we'll have to find out next time on Jank Heroes Funny Fight.
Jeff, this is so dumb.
Kirby said, take any damage, Shadow Dark Galen friend. They both took damage.
Also,
they fought paper ninjas.
We're gonna miraculously heal in the next session.
Yeah.
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 But anyways, what do you think's going on?
Well, we're gonna find out next session.
You don't have any speculation?
No.
Any theories?
No, because this guy's still being a jerk to me.
Guys in the chat, what do you think of this episode, and what are your theories for the next episode with the storyline and like the hero framer arc?
Well, we're not gonna speculate at all because we're doing the next episode now.
Kirby said, can I use 2 usages and heal them both for 12?
Doesn't matter, we're going into the next session.
Sure, Kirby. You got healed for 12?
Wow, too bad it means nothing.
Scavenger said, speculation! They gotta speculate.
But, Jeff, we're going into the next episode.
We're going into the next episode?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop making different episodes.
We have to.
No.
Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ring that bell so you know whenever we do these live streams. We're about to jump into episode 6 of Jank Heroes Funnifyic. So, I'll see you soon. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One and Only, logging out. Peace, and stay tuned for episode 6.
Stop doing this to me,